there is a chance Bitcoin could shoot down 500 million and then up to billions.
4 billion, yeah.
This is what I love to see. Based on this is a strong foundation. It's perfect where it's hit right there. This would have been a nice trade to jump in and buy. I got out like right here. I just took quick profit. It's in a great area. The market has gone up there and it came to that 38% and went up.
It was pretty good call on Solana at 185. It had a nice bounce there.
Yeah, that worked out.
I remember the one you told me. Yeah, it wasn't. It did bounce, but now everything is kind of taking a dip, right?
That's right. Well, that's why you want to take profit based on the Fibonacci. That's what I always do. You want to get out at 23 or 38 or whatever level and just be consistent with it and at least move your stop loss. That's what I do. Like when I'm in a trade, I'll move my stop loss as soon as it gets between where I got in the 23. And then that way, if it does come down and retraces, at least I'll break even, if nothing else, but I won't lose any money. But the trade, remember I told you I had taken it at 169. That was a beautiful one. But I was conservative with that because it was my daughter's account, $100 I was playing with. So I doubled her money in no time. She was all happy. She only had like $300 in her account. Sorry, go ahead.
Nice. But since then, on the last dip, when you texted me on the February the 2nd, you said I like 185, and it went there like really fast. Did you catch this week?
I haven't looked at it. Why don't we have a look at it?
Really?
No, I haven't been paying attention.
It was a really good call. It was a really good call at like 1 p.m. on the February the 2nd. You texted me that you like 185, and then it like fell down, week down to 178, and then it went back up to 220. So I thought you were like,
well, I wasn't
feeling it there.
Yeah, I wasn't in the trade. I don't believe. No, I don't think. Sometimes I'll do the analysis, but not take the trade because there's just so much alarm going off when I do this, and I get busy and so on. But
yeah, but it was a beautiful 20% trade in 24 hours. I mean, geez.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
That's amazing. Let me share my screen here and we can see if anything coming up. Any other blue chip cryptos you like that's maybe taking a beating? Because I'm still bullish. Now, having said that, the way Bitcoin is acting, there is a chance Bitcoin could shoot down. So that's why the stop loss is so important. Because right now, Bitcoin, in fact, when we have a look at Bitcoin, because it's ranging. And when it ranges like this, I just don't trust it to necessarily be bullish, right? It's clearly, you can see what it's doing here, just ranging. And it's been ranging since November. And it's done this before, right? This is nothing new. You see over here. This was the big one. This one it drove everyone crazy. That one lasted, like 5 months or something like that. So this could continue for a while. And the danger with this, the longer it ranges, it could shoot down to a level. And I've got a level right here at 62,000. I've got an area of confluence. So it could shoot up there, range here, and then do its big move that everyone is expecting. So we cannot discount this. So although I'm saying for Solana, I want to be in a buy position, we're going to have to make sure we have a proper stop loss and so on. But I wanted to quickly show you this. Any questions on this? Do you agree with what I said there?
No, I agree. I mean, I'm still also bullish. I think that maybe a retracement to 90, just like a fake breakout on BTC might spook some longs. Just I mean, I don't think it's going to retrace to 60 before it moves up, but even a move to 90, which is not that much, is like 5%. Right. You can wash altcoins a lot. So Solana has been a clear winner of this cycle so far. It was outperforming Bitcoin and ETH, right? But right now you see it's pulling back, right? And this shoot up to 294 was on the back of Trump launch, right? So it was not super organic, right? It was people just buying, like market buying SOL to buy Trump kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Right? So, I mean, the market is market, whatever. It still made it high there, right? But now it's pulling back again. I don't know if you've been following any news from crypto market. Have you heard of Libra? What happened to Milei?
No, explain, please.
Oh, no, you haven't?
No.
Oh, it's a great, it's a huge event. It happened, 2 days ago? So President Milei of Argentina tweeted a coin, basically, Libra. So everyone thought it's like a launch similar to Trump, right? And a lot of people started buying it, and it dropped at, let's say, 500 million. And in a matter of, I don't know, minutes, it went to 4 billion, right?
500 million and then up to billions.
4 billion, yeah.
Wow.
And then, but the thing is that, and then a lot of insiders, they sold, and it went to 200 million. So in the matter of like, in the span of 1 hour, people lost everything. Like I know a lot of CT people, like crypto Twitter people, like they lost millions because they were thinking it's gonna pull another Trump. Because Trump coin, which I saw, was released at 700 million, and then it went to 70 billion. So that's a clear 1,500x, right? So that's what kind of was the expectation on Milei, but it didn't go like that. It just, again, in a matter of hours, of minutes, it dumped 96%. So that's a huge scandal. Milei deleted his tweet. He said that it was not his coin. He basically just like a shout out at, I don't know, like a business, like a, entrepreneur, as he does normally. But it's like all the opposition is attacking him. Obviously, they close to impeach him just based on this shit,
Wow.
So but the craziest part is the interview of the guy who launched it, like the guy who is like behind the strategy. It's been circulating this past couple of days. He basically said that they have the 100 million, so they like cashed out $100 million off of this token. But he obviously he's doxxed, right? So people know how he looks, people know his name, people know him. So he's like, I don't want to deal anything with this. I just want to do whatever is best for the people who lost the money, because like I'm afraid for my life, for my family and stuff. Obviously, you can't just steal $100 million and chill.
Wow.
So
especially in Argentina, right?
I mean, it's international, but the Argentina, everything. So so right now he's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how I can reimburse people, if I should put this 100 million in the chart, meaning like just buy up this token. So we still have to see what's going on. But, overall, the sentiment on the market is very pessimistic. Like people are tired of this shit. Like people are grifting, they're extracting value, they're stealing Solana practically from people. On top of that, like these people, they're not gonna like just go and buy Ethereum, just go buy Solana. What they will do, they will sell Solana and buy yachts and houses and whatever, right?
Yeah.
So that's probably what is also affecting the Solana chart. There's a lot of sale pressure from the grifters, practically the insiders.
Gotcha.
So
what's the market sentiment on coin market? Actually, let me coin market cap. What's the sentiment there for crypto?
So strictly speaking, maybe now it's Ethereum time to shine, just because for this past cycle it was always Solana against Ethereum, and Solana obviously outperformed, and everyone was kind of saying that Solana is the future on the back of the meme coins. Yes, on the back of meme coins. But
so right here, you're in the fair market, right? So sentiment is down.
Yeah, look at the left. BTC down -1, Solana -5, XRP 3, Ethereum is up, right? So Ethereum is the only one up out of majors, right? So maybe it's a good time to look into ETH. And my favorite, as I told you many times, is DeFi on ETH, right? AAVE. Look at the AAVE. It's green today. It's up 3.8, almost 4%.
Okay, let's look at AAVE. Because I don't know as much as you do with regards to crypto, but I do hear people talking about AAVE. That's why you're asking me. That's right. So AAVE, this one here?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
Yeah, so look, it's up today. It's down with the whole market, obviously, but it's recovering faster than the rest, right?
Yeah.
And it's the DeFi protocol, and I expect them to turn on the fees and start buying up the chart with their fees. Let's see.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at this. Sorry, go ahead. You want to do what?
No, just tell me what you think on the levels, because we draw a lot of times on this chart, and I think we hit some of our targets, didn't we?
I can't remember, but what I'll do, let me go back to Solana, because there's a nice area here that I want you to keep an eye on, right? Around 152 for Solana. If it shoots down here, consider that, because you have a Fibonacci extension in this area, 113, very strong. You also have have between the 76 and the 78, right in the middle practically. And you have a 50% Fibonacci. So you have that, you have this, and you have this 113 here, Fib extension in this tight area. This is what I love to see, because when I see areas like that, that's what gets me excited, because you're talking this hitting that area and going back up. I mean, that's the thought. Now, if I'm wrong and it does not do that and it comes down, well, you want to get out before this point here, this memory line, as I like to call it. So this memory line is at around 143. So if you're going to take that trade, and it passes 143, I would say, I'm out. There is a 138 fib extension and an 88 right here at around 133. So there is always that possibility that it could bypass that area, shoot down here and go up. But this level here is extremely strong from a Fibonacci probability standpoint. So I'm really liking this area. That's one area you may want to consider with Solana. Before we look at AAVE, any questions on that?
No, I agree. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I see that. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So that area, 151, 152. I don't know if you do perpetual, but that would be a good one to use leverage and just keep a tight stop loss. It's just like futures, the S&P futures, sorry, go on.
What I see is, I know you're not a big fan of diagonals, but to me, it looks like Solana trend from September 24th is broken right now. So sure, trends are arbitrary, right? And you can draw the diagonals however you want. But even if you just connect the bottoms from September,
see, I would sooner connect it here from this.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So when you have that, that's why I'm liking this area so much, right? And the thing is, Anton, I mean, normally, let me remove this. For me, I'm not looking to buy here and necessarily go up. I mean, if you believe in Solana and you want to buy and hold long-term, great. It's a great level, right? I mean, you're getting it at a 50% discount. I mean, are you kidding? With blue chip crypto. So what is it, number 3 on the coin market cap crypto? Yeah, so it's right up there. So for me, though, if I was to take profit, like quick profit, if I was using leverage and it did come to that area, I would probably end up getting out. First of all, if once it gets to this area at like 168, 167, I would put my stop loss here, meaning if it turns around and come back, because there's always the possibility that this could come down here, come back up here, and then continue lower. So you want to be able to profit from that move there. So for me, if I was to do this using leverage, I would get in here and then get out at, say, 167, or I would write it up, put a trailing stop loss to that level up here to like 184, 184 area. So that's how I would play this. So depending on where it comes down. Now, if it comes down lower, you have to use your Fibonacci and just to be conservative. And as always, sometimes you're conservative, like when I took that trade from 169 right here, who knew that it was going to go and form an all-time high? I got out like right here. I just took quick profit because it was my daughter's crypto account, but I doubled her money. She had $300 in crypto, and I told her I'm going to take $100, a third, and I'm going to make some money if I can. So I did it, and as soon as it started going up, I got out. So that's the danger, but it's being conservative, and certainly when you use leverage, you can make a lot of money by sticking to those levels. Anyway, let's look at AAVE. So that looks good.
Sure. No, it makes sense. It makes all sense.
All right, let's go look at AAVE and see if we see anything there. AAVE, USDT. Okay, good. So let's see here. This is the 2-day chart that I'm looking at. And if I take a Fibonacci from this top here, now you've got this area here. It came here a bunch of times, that 50%, and got rejected. This is a strong area, that 50% line. Ironically, it's not even a Fibonacci ratio, but the market tends to retrace there a lot. So, and then if I take another one from here, just to see if we can find any areas of confluence, let me change that there. You can see it it's also a 76%. So it's a strong area. You got the 50 and the
Yeah, absolutely.
76. Yeah, very similar to what we were looking at with Solana, just the opposite. Solana was coming down. And so that's interesting that it did that. Now, that's what I want to see is if there's an opportunity to jump into a trade down here. So I'm going to remove these drawings here for now, and I'm going to analyze this area here to see, and maybe since the market came down, where is it going? And will it, is there a chance of it coming down and giving us a great entry point? So let's see what I see here. Let me remove that. I'll put this here. And so with this, the market came almost to the 61% Fibonacci line and turned around, which is good. Well, neither good nor bad. It's just what happened. If I take another Fibonacci from this point to see if there was another line there that made it want to go there, change the color to yellow. And yeah, so we had the 76 right there. So we had a bunch of stuff happening there. Now that I corrected it, you can see it almost bang on at that thing. And that's why when I do this, I typically, if I'm going to take a trade, and look, I've got these lines right here, I will take the trade right from the top to make sure I get in, because sometimes people, they're aware of these levels and they'll jump in and take the trade earlier. And then you're like, oh, I missed the trade. I would go at the top here and keep my stop loss maybe just below this pinprick right here, so that if it does go against me, I want to be out because I might want to jump in here or jump in somewhere there. So having said that, where could it be going after this? I'm going to go to the 4-hour chart from the 2-day chart. Oh, wrong one. And see if we see anything. I do like the fact, though, that it went here and corrected itself. So for me, if this market, why this is important, if this market starts to come back down, it could form a double bottom and then go up. I mean, that's a possibility. But it could also mean like it's tired and it's going to go down to the next levels. So that's why this is a very strong level. For me, because of this, I'm bullish on the market. So having said that, it came off a high of 399, almost $400, or was it 400? Might be 400, whatever it was. So it's still at a discount, 264. And so let's look at what that means. If I take a Fibonacci from up here, and let me change the color. So here the market came to that 38%, that pink line right there. The market came down and went up and retraced 38%. It came down and went back up. So having said that, what does it want to do? Does it want to go back and retest that 23%, or does it want to continue higher? I do have this area here. I've got this 50% here, which the market tends to retrace a lot. So if I'm going to take a trade, unless I'm taking it for buy and hold, right? Because a lot of people love this crypto. Is it AI? Is AAVE? What's the utility behind it?
No, it's a bank. I told you, it's the largest crypto bank.
Bank.
It's a
Okay,
DeFi
gotcha.
protocol.
Okay. Sometimes you tell me this stuff and I have no idea. It sounds
Nah,
like
no
you
worries.
speak.
I'll repeat. No
It
problem.
sounds like
No, but I'm
Russian.
just saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's the biggest crypto bank, and the Trump Foundation is building on top of it.
Oh, Trump Foundation.
Mhm.
Interesting. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, you probably told me this. There's just so much
Yeah.
stuff. Anyway, so this here, if you're looking for a long-term buy and hold, great, then you don't care about this area. But if not, if you're looking for a quick buy and sell, especially if you're using leverage, you want to get out before this area, if you're looking to be conservative. And if you're looking for a great deal, where it's at right now, it's pretty darn good. I mean, it hit the 38 and it's doing its correction in this area. And it seems to me that it might only be heading in one direction, which is upwards, now that you've mentioned that information to me. I'm going to take one more Fibonacci from this point here. Let me see what we see. Bring it down here, change the color, make it orange. So yeah, you've got
240 looks like a strong support here, right?
Sorry, which one?
Around 240, like 230, I don't know, 235, around 240 and this one here. Yeah, that one.
Well, it's
235.
been, I mean, no wonder. Look, it got hit a few times in that area there and then decided it got rejected when it was coming down. And obviously the buyers stepped in and say no, because this was also at a 61% Fibonacci line here. So you've got this and you've got this 23, this orange 23. So no wonder it shot up. So yeah, I don't know if it's going to come down much further, but let's have a look, because if I zoom in, I'll get more information. So let's go to the 5-minute chart. Let's see if we see anything there. So on the 5-minute chart, this is the area. Was it this area? What price were you saying? What price were we looking at? I forgot. Let me go back.
Between 240 and 230 to 35, something like this.
It was right.
Yeah, around 235.
Yeah, 232, 235. Okay, good. 232, 235. So yeah, right here. Look how many times it got rejected. I'm on the 15-minute chart. So it got rejected. The buyers said, no, I'm bullish on this. I'm sending it up. Based on this is a strong foundation. So if I take a Fibonacci from that area, let's see what the story is being told here. So I'll go from somewhere to there and change the color to this blue here. And so the market has gone up there and it came to that 38% right there, right? And went up. And now it's coming back down. If you're looking for a buy, how I would play this is use this line or the bottom of this area here where I would put a stop loss, because if this market comes back down and breaks that area, chances are it's going down and it could be heading back to that area. Or if I take another Fibonacci from here to see how that would retrace. Change the color. You can see on this pink Fibonacci here, it came to this 61 and this 38. This would have been a nice trade to jump in and buy, just because you have the 61 and the 38 on top of each other beautifully. And once again, the buyers or the sellers got rejected. How many times? Right here. The sellers tried to sell. The buyers said, no, fuck you. We're going up. We're going to take this up. So this is a very strong area, Anton. I would consider, if this is something that you're interested in long term, it's in a great, great area. If I use a trend line to see what's going on, you can also see where it's at right now. It's perfect where it's hit right there. I'm going to zoom in even more. I want to take a Fibonacci from here to here. So let's go to the 1-minute chart. Let me change the color first. Let's change it to green. And let's go to the 1-minute chart and see what's being told us here. What is the story? So looking at the green Fibonacci, this is the area we're looking at. We have these Fibonacci's here, and you've got a 61, this green, a 61%. It also tried to get to that 76% right here, and the buyers didn't even let it get close to it. It shot up. Now, when I see this, I normally like to be patient and wait, because it could actually do something like this and then go for the kill. And if you do a reverse Fibonacci, so it all depends how patient you are, or maybe you do some DCA, right? Daily cost average, if you want to jump in here and get some, and then if it does come down, jump in again. But for me, I would much rather, I like those Cinderella trades where if it comes in here, that's a very strong area. And if I use another tool, let's use the Fibonacci extension, because I might be able to get it even tighter. And for leverage, that's what I want to see. I want to see an area of confluence using different Fibonacci's. And so when we do that, yeah, look at this. You've got that 76 and that 113 right on top of each other, right there. And you've got that trend line in that area. So if this comes down, the probability of it hitting that area is very strong. And if I was to take that trade, I would keep my stop loss just below this point there. And that point that I would keep my stop loss is 261. So anything under 261.75, I would get out. But 262.50, let's say, I would consider a strong buy in that area. So yeah, so there you have it.
Okay, great. I mean, that's insightful. A lot of lines, but I see what you do. I see them overlapping and then confirming one another. So sure, that makes sense.
So I'm actually going to put an alarm here, because I might consider doing this with my daughter's account. Let me add an alert here by AAVE. So when it comes down there, chances are it's going to make its way there at the very least. So once again, I'm going to be conservative with profit. I don't need to have it.
Yeah, and then you might want to draw some area lower in case, let's say, Bitcoin going to 90K, then all the altcoins going to take a dip. So where would be the area for like buy the dip kind of thing opportunity, like when it wicks there and just shoots up?
Okay, so if it does, let's say.
So say if Bitcoin goes 5%, 20%, this will probably go down roughly 10 to 20%. Let's say 20%.
So if
So
AAVE goes
somewhere
down
there.
20%,
Roughly, let's say 20%
yeah.
is $50. So that's around 210, somewhere there.
Yeah, I would probably say maybe somewhere around 256 or but actually that's the no, never mind. Sorry. No, that's too small.
No, 20%. That would be
Never mind.
that would be 210, something like that.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong time frame. So let's
213, 210.
so if the bottom falls out, you're probably looking at maybe 162, so $100 off.
Yeah, that would be a nice, as they call it, generational opportunity.
Yeah, if that does happen, and you also have support or a pinprick right there in that area, and you've got this area here as well of support, so that would be a really nice area if all hell breaks loose. And if it drops $100, yeah, that's a sweet trade. I'm gonna put another one there and say buy at 160 if it comes down to that area. Buy AAVE at 160. Yeah. Okay, good. Anyway, that's it.
Just so you know, the AAVE protocol generates, for the past 24 hours, it generated $1.5 million. Okay.
What? AAVE?
AAVE, yes. In the last year, right, it generated almost $500 million. Okay.
When you say generated, what do you mean exactly?
Like it collected the fees from trading and everything.
Wow, it makes that much money.
Yeah, it's the largest crypto bank on ETH. Yes.
Wow.
So right now they don't do it, but what they can do is they can implement the change and say that we will buy up our tokens with like 10% of our revenue. Imagine that. So they will add constant buy pressure on the chart, and let's say on a daily basis.
Gotcha.
So that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm expecting them to do because their main competitor, Sol, are doing this.
Okay. Wow. Okay, good. Well, good to know. Yeah, this is great information. Thank you.
Uniswap generated $1 billion in last year.
Wow. This is great information, Anton. Thank you.